Alright, listen. There's a reason why you're here. You're looking for fragrance recommendations, you're looking for fragrances that you want to buy. So I'm not really big into blind buying, but here we go. Here are our 25 fragrances, and here are 3 reasons why I personally think that you should buy them. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Very clean and wearable. People really enjoy it, and it smells like one of the most popular fragrances on the market. Ralph Lauren Polo Deep Blue. The most successful thing that Ralph Lauren has released in ages. It has a great combination of using the blue trope of fragrances and the tropical trope of fragrances. You can get an extraordinarily big bottle for not too much money. Bvlgari Man Wood Neroli. A tried and proven formula with the Italian Neroli DNA. An incredibly successful flanker to an already incredibly successful line. In summertime, you can essentially throw this on at any time for any occasion. Boss Bottled Oud. Heralded as one of the greatest oud designer flankers of all time. A genuinely genius and breathtaking combination using oud and apple that really do suit and complement each other, which nobody at the time really expected. Not just that, but this thing suits autumn so well. It suits the vibe, it suits the colours. When you wear this, you truly are wearing autumn. For nighttime events, whether it be formal or clubbing, this is just absolutely fantastic. It's very clean, so it gives it an ability to smell quite masculine, but also quite clean and confident as well. Absolutely loved by women. AllSaints Sunset Riot. If you are a fan of Baccarat Rouge 540 but you want something a little bit more masculine and maybe with a few more designer sentimentalities, then this could be for you. Incredible price range. You can essentially wear this any time of the year. Baldessarini Ultimate. It smells like Viking cologne, except for the fact that it's not £500 and you can actually smell it. If you're a fan of Tour de Hermès but wish that it was a little bit more user-friendly, this could be for you. Incredible price tag. I think that if you're somebody who's younger, 25 and below, and you don't really know where to start with fragrance, and you know that you like sweeter smells, this could be for you. Good for people who are fans of chocolates, desserts, things of that nature. Very people-pleasing. You're not going to get really any negative reactions from this. If you're a fan of 1 Million but you grew up and you wanted something more mature, this could be good for you. Probably one of my most complimented personally fragrances of the year. And thirdly, you buying it will prove to Ashton that I was right all along. No, that's not the third reason. The third reason is, I mean, look at that, that's so cool, isn't it? A amalgamation of every popular designer sweet DNA locked into one compact and concise fragrance. In the colder months, this is absolutely ultra wearable. Probably one of the greatest designers on the market performance-wise. It's not too strong, it's not too mild, it's a Goldilocks fragrance, it's just right. Armaf Sillage is better than Silver Mountain Water, than actual Silver Mountain Water. In the scheme of things, quite a unique fresh spring fragrance to have. Price point is absolutely legendary. The con of this is that if you make a 25-minute viral video in which you talked on a beach about how this was foreshadowing the end of one of the most beloved fragrance companies in the world, you might get some mean comments online. Motif Olfactif's Mon Oasis. I suppose I can't just say, bloody hell, this is really fucking great, can I? If you want to see one of the most creative ways that lavender and spice can be used, then this could be for you. If you really want to upgrade your collection, if you want to get to the next level of this, you've got to check this out. And on a personal front, this is probably one of the most masterfully created and crafted fragrance, just exhibitions of fragrance art that I've smelt in the past few years. Still in my mind, one of the most unique uses of oud I've ever smelt. It uses a very fruity tropical mango, and it's layered so well up against a very good and abrasive oud. It will definitely be a unique scent in the summer, very unique even in the niche realm. Lasts a pretty damn good amount of time as well. I want to take this opportunity halfway through the video to thank Neil, Martin and Jonathan for contributing to the Fragrance Apprentice PayPal. Some of you over the years have asked, is there any way that I can give to you more than just a like and a subscribe? Well, I've opened a PayPal so that you can donate actual money, which will go exclusively to making more Fragrance Apprentice videos, especially the 45-minute Aventus video, which I'm working on and writing right now. If you do, of course, donate even a small amount, even as small as £1, you'll be definitely getting a shout out in future videos. If you liked the fragrance Mitza by Christian Dior, but you wanted a sort of a more summer, spring edition of it, this could be for you. If you like aromatic, spicy fragrances with quite a light and airy twist, if you like the note and smell of coconut and really want to know how that could work really well in a spicy fragrance, then you've definitely got to check this out. Givenchy Gentleman Boisée, a really great balance between aromatic, spicy and sweet. Is both a very, very casual fragrance, but it can also be used in a very formal setting and you wouldn't blink an eye. Frapin 1270. I've started wearing this a tremendous amount recently. If you like sweet, sort of honey, syrupy fragrances, but you've never been able to find a fragrance that can have that and yet balance really well with something more grounded. If you're looking for a real niche nightclub, clubbing, night out fragrance, if you want a piece of history of Fragcom, this used to be one of the most hyped and loved and adored fragrances in the whole of the fragrance community. It's not as much now, but it was. So if you want to have a bit of a throwback, Dior Homme cologne, probably one of the greatest achievements citrus-wise in the designer world. For the price and the bottle size that you get, this is a pretty good deal. If you want one of the most critically acclaimed fragrances that's ever been released in the designer world. Imaginary Authors, Memoirs of a Trespasser. If you like the smell of old bookshops, or smells that are very, very homely, quite woody and quite atmospheric, if you really love the smell of vanilla. If you are nervous about taking a leap into niche, but you know that you like vanilla, sweet fragrances, this could be your introduction into niche fragrances. By the Fireplace. Probably just the genuine uniqueness of this fragrance, about the fact that it says by the fireplace and it smells as though you're by the fireplace. If you are searching for a really, truly cozy fragrance, a fragrance that's going to make you feel warmed up in the cold weather, and if you want something that lasts, because boy, this lasts quite a long time. In my opinion, this is one of the most unique and bizarre compliment getters I've ever smelt in my life. It's a true attention grabber. If you like orange, if you like the smell of orange and you don't mind it going a little bit feminine and fizzy, then this really could be for you. If you're an orange lover, you should definitely check this out. If you still want one of the least talked about fragrances that should be talked about all the time, a true, genuine hidden gem, this is definitely for you. Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. If you want one of the single most impressive designer summer openings of the past few years, if you want something that's going to be really pretty damn good in high heat, but you don't mind the projection longevity going away, then that could be good. If you're afraid of vetiver and you don't know what fragrance to get that could really, really introduce you into the world of what vetiver can do in a safe, easy way, this could be for you. Yuzu Soda. If you really enjoy 70s fragrances and you wish that a new fragrance could call back to that era. If you want a genuinely wearable summer niche fragrance. If you like balsamic citrusy fragrances, so fragrances that are definitely citrusy but they're not over the top, they're not too sweet, they're not too spiky, they're rounded and they're grounded. Acqua di Parma Colonia Intensa. You want a truly brilliant, formal summer fragrance to wear. You really want to get into the Acqua di Parma brand, but you don't know which is the safest bet to go for. And you want your first niche fragrance, and you're a bit nervous. This is one of the best entrants into niche perfumery. Mont Blanc Explorer. This is one of the most successful, one of the most loved, one of the biggest selling fragrances in the world right now, whether I like it or whether you like it. So just don't bitch at me in the comments for mentioning it, alright? Because it is what it is, whether anybody likes it or not, alright? Okay. If you like, so you like the idea of Ventus, but you're uncertain about the price, there's all of that. But if you want an Aventus, but you want an even safer bet than Aventus, where you know that you're going to get compliments, you know that you're going to just do well feedback-wise, and people are going to smell you, then this is great for that. It's pretty. And finally, I think it's a pretty good-looking bottle. Number one, absolute bona fide classic fragrance. One of the most well-loved, one of the most highly regarded fragrances ever. This is the original, of course, not the 2020 version. Number two, you know those lists? You know those, oh, top 10 sexy. Have you had sex? Have you ever had sex? You know, sex. Have you ever seen sex? You know, sex, right? You know, have you ever, you know what I mean? You know, sex. You know, the sexy sex. The top 10 sexy sex. Do you know the sexy, the top 10, those lists, those top 10 sexy. Do you want to fucking sexy? Oh, top 10. I'd love to have a fucking shag right about now. You know those top 10 sexy sex fragrances. You know, it's every one that Dallas has ever made ever. You know the one. You know those lists that Michelle does. You know the top 10 sexy. Oh yeah, fucking sexy sex fragrances. Have you seen those lists? Have you seen them? Have you ever seen them on your news? You know the ones. You know the top 10. I wanna fuck her right in the pussy. You know those sex. You know the sex list fragrances, right? You don't need them. Just buy this. This is the sexiest fragrance ever. I know what you're going to say. You wouldn't know anything about sex. You're just a hobbit from Mordor. Well, let me tell you something. This fragrant hobbit knows what he's talking about. I might get that on a t-shirt. And those were 25 fragrances right there, and 3 reasons why you should buy each and every single one of them. I'm not going to give you a reason to subscribe to this channel. You should have probably figured that out by now. If you haven't, well, you know, that's your loss. Anyway, I'm the Fragrance Apprentice. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.